So the first one we're gonna watch is Willow, which is a sequel to the original one from the 80s, I believe.
80s, yeah.
So yeah, so let's watch it and then we'll talk a little bit about it.
There is a story of a child destined to be an empress, and the unlikely hero who would protect her.
That's so badass that you got him.
There is a balance between all things. Light and shadow. Good and evil. When that balance is upset, the universe corrects.
The world needs you again. It needs your magic.
Into the unknown. That's where we must go.
Oh, it's a series. I didn't know it was a series.
That looked cool though.
Yeah.
I got a little goosebumps a little bit because I was like, man, because I saw Willow, just from before, but it's getting the same character, that's pretty awesome. It is like great value Lord of the Rings, but that's what Willow is. It's like great value Lord of the Rings / Harry Potter. It's like a mix between those two. That's what it is.
Yeah, kind of. It's a magic journey. It's a journey with magical characters. So yeah. I mean, when did the original one come out? It had to been like 88 something. I know it was
7. It has to be
88.
Oh man.
Yeah, Marta was a twinkle in.
Look, I don't want to make you feel old, but if it's that late, like that early, I was not even born yet.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, geez.
I don't want
now I feel really old.
I'm just saying, I didn't want to.
88. It's 1988.
Oh,
yeah. I forgot Val Kilmer was in it. Val Kilmer was in the original Willow. Forgot about that. Yeah. So you haven't seen the original. Seeing this trailer, and seeing that's gonna be a series coming out pretty soon. Are you gonna go back and watch that one? Maybe.
Yeah. I think. I mean, for something that look for a production studios or whatever, for the whole cast to come back. I don't know if it's a whole cast, but for them to bring something back to life, it's got to be good. It's got to be something good, right? Like they're not going to bring back something out of the storage box unless they really need it. So I'll give it a chance, and I think I'm going to watch it. And now, should I watch the movie before? Because it's a prequel. Yeah. Sometimes when you introduce things, like sometimes
it's a sequel, isn't it?
Is it a prequel?
The show is a sequel. The show was a continuation years later.
Okay, so then I'll watch the movie. I don't know how much I like it because of how old it is, but I'm sure it's good, and I'll watch this.
I mean, do you like? Did you think Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is a terrible movie? I mean, it's old. It's old, but it's still a good movie. Some things are not based on production value or anything. It's the Star Wars New Hope terrible? That was in the 70s. Those things, some things hold value, and as long as you realize that it is 1988, they're not going to be able to put CGI out there that's just going to be crazy. You can enjoy the story for what it is. Yeah.
So it was a story by George Lucas. So George Lucas wrote it, right? Which he writes good stories. He doesn't always direct good stories, but he writes good stories. But it was directed by Ron Howard. Has Val Kilmer is in it. I mean, this has like all the parts that make a really good thing. But I could see it being a product of its time, definitely. Because I looked at Rotten Tomatoes and it has a 51%, and I'm like, that's crazy. Because I remember growing up on this movie, my grandfather and stuff like that loved this kind of stuff. So, but I think you'll like it. If you like Lord of the Rings, if you like all that other magical kind of stuff, you're probably gonna like this one.
Okay.
And then the new version, the trailer we watched, that looks just amazing.
We're talking about nostalgia. You have to get that when it comes out first. You can't get retroactive nostalgia.
Yeah.
I just can tell by the words.
Yeah. I gotta look at that thing, retroactive nostalgia. I guess that's called being a hipster.
But I mean, there's things that you like here's a good one, The Princess Bride. It doesn't matter when I watch it. It's a good movie. It's just a great movie no matter what.
Yeah. And then here goes, tell a teenager to go watch Labyrinth, which is an amazing movie. It is a great movie.
I've seen
got Muppets in it, and yeah. If you like Labyrinth, it's definitely like in that kind of whole style, maybe less Muppets.
It was definitely weird when I first saw it. Like Jennifer Connelly, right? Is that who played it?
Yeah.
I was like, this is some weird shit. I had to rewatch it. I'm a kid. I had to rewatch this to make sense. And yeah, it wasn't a bad movie.
Yeah.
Or like it reminds me of The Never Ending Story.
Yeah.
Like that.
Yeah. All those came out around the same time. So like they all had very similar magical land and stuff like that, kind of vibes and stuff like that. So I mean, but like Labyrinth had like Jennifer Connelly and David Bowie. Like what? So which it was just a super like iconic role that he played. I don't know if anybody else could pull that off like he did. But I'm excited. I think it looks good. I like the Willow series. I think in November. I don't think he said it on the trailer, but I think I saw everything else like that.
I think it was November 30th on the trailer.
Oh, that's perfect for Christmas too. That's a good time for the feeling that you're going to get with the episodes. So I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that actually no, that's true. Wizards and all that's kind of like that Christmassy. I think Lord of the Rings set that up for that Christmas era type. It always came around that time. So
yeah. I thought Never Ending Story was a weird dream I had as a kid.
Well, Flying Space Dog, basically, just kind of what it is. I guess me and my wife were talking about this earlier. Harry Potter really is probably the best series to have that many movies that I could think of. Like
they were all good.
They were all at least good in each one could stand up to itself. Like I can't think of a series that I enjoyed more than that. Is there a series that you guys like that you really enjoyed more than Harry Potter?
More?
Yeah.
I
mean
the new ones kind of suck, but I don't know. Those are like
that's not Harry Potter. That's
spin-off
Fantastic Beasts crap. Just like
Wizarding World.
Yeah, that's just different. Like what's this example? Like I don't know. The trilogy I love, like the Bourne series. I thought Bourne is amazing. John Wick. I think John Wick is amazing. But I think Harry Potter is the best of all of them.
And what, 7 films?
7 or 8?
Eight. It was 8 because the 7th one.
Yeah, because it's a 2-part.
It was a 2-parter.
That's right. I mean, Back to the Future, I think, but that was
but 3 was terrible.
The 3 was kind of bad. Yeah, I enjoyed it, but it wasn't as good. Man, I don't know. Like, because they were. I mean, I guess The Hobbit. Because even if you do The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings, I think all 6 were pretty epic.
Yeah,
but also like I think you
don't
had
like Lord of the Rings. Some people don't like it.
Yeah.
I think those are some really good series. I remember every year we would go to the theaters to watch those, specifically because it came around my birthday. That was always one of those things that we always went to go see, Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So,
yeah,
that's probably the best.
I mean, they were like
3
hours long.
But some people didn't like it though, and that's why but some people loved it.
Yeah. But I mean, Harry Potter did have like picture for picture, like each movie was like good. Like it didn't really have, I think that the first two were kind of like kiddie, but also they were kids. And I grew up. So
that's what I liked about Harry Potter. That, I don't watch Chambers of Secrets or that much anymore, but at least it grew up as we go. It went along.
Yeah.
Hunger Games. I hated the third movie, so.
The fourth one.
The fourth movie.
They did the same thing. They split the. She should have died. She should have died. That Hunger Game. Yeah. She should have died. But they're not going to do that. Yeah. Like a YA book isn't like gonna kill its main character, even though it makes sense because she has to be the Jesus of the story, like Matrix.
That's why you have
every other kind of story where they save,
bite the bullet and just kill it. Kill them.
The savior has to die to save the world. But it's a YA book, so of course, young adult books, like that are not gonna, oh my god, could you imagine like little girls would have rioted. Like if Katniss would have died in the books, it would have been like, that's it, game over.
Now parents would have saw their kids like crying in the corner and then going from there. It's like, what's wrong?
Started good and it was terrible. Yeah, you get a lot of that.